Hello Madridistas, welcome to a new video on El Madridazo, the channel where we analyze everything that happens at our beloved Real Madrid with passion and without holding back. Today, August 11th, 2025, we have a huge piece of news that's shaking up the market. The future of Rodrygo goes. Is he leaving? Is he staying? Let's get into it. Let's start with the basics, folks. Today, on Bernabeu Digital's live market show, Fabrizio Romano dropped a bombshell. There's an imminent move for Rodrigo. The Brazilian could leave Real Madrid if an offer of around 100 million euros comes in. And it's not just rumors, because AS confirms that Pep Guardiola's Manchester City is very interested. According to Pablo Montano's article in AS, the possible departures of Jack Grealish to Everton on loan and Savinho to Tottenham open up a spot in the Citizens' attack, and Rodrigo is Guardiola's dream target. The Catalan coach is a big fan of our Rodrigo, who has a contract until 2028 and is coming off a brutal season with 24 goals in 54 games. But watch out, it's not just City. Bernabeu Digital mentions that Manchester City could let one of their attackers go to make room for Rodrigo, and they're calling it the market's big surprise. Why now? Well, with the season about to start, clubs are rushing to sign players, and Madrid, under Xabi Alonso, is planning full steam ahead. Remember that Rodrigo arrived in 2018 for 45 million and has become a star, but with the competition from Vinicius, Mbappe, and now the imminent arrival of Franco Mastantuono, who turns 18 soon, there might be an overload in attack. Let's dive deeper into what the sources are saying. On Bernabeu Digital, Alejandro Alonso's live show covers the entire European market, but the focus on Rodrygo is key. Fabrizio Romano, the transfer guru, confirms that for Rodrigo to leave, a serious offer of 100 million euros is needed. It's not cheap, and Madrid won't give him away. Also, they link it to other moves. For example, Kingsley Coman is going to Al Nassr, which is a surprising departure from Bayern. On AS's side, the article is more specific about City's interest. They talk about how after spending 180 million this summer, City sees Rodrygo as the piece to strengthen their attack. Imagine Doku on the left, but Rodrygo could play on both wings, competing with Bernardo Silva or Foden. Remember his key goals in the Champions League? That hat-trick against City in the semis, or his contributions in the last Liga. But it's not all negative. Bernabeu Digital also talks about other Madridista topics. Nico Paz breaking his silence about a possible return, the imminent arrival of Mastantuono, who they call the most impactful appearance in many years, and even Xabi Alonso's insistence on a creative midfielder. All of this paints a picture of a Madrid undergoing tactical reconstruction under Alonso, who has worked wonders at Leverkusen. Now, what you all want, the tactical analysis. Let's say Rodrigo leaves for 100 million euros. What happens to Xabi Alonso's team? Remember that Alonso is a master of the 3-4-2-1 or 3-4-3 he used at Leverkusen. But at Madrid, he's adapted a fluid 4-3-3 with touches of possession and quick transitions, influenced by his time with Ancelotti and his own philosophy. First, the impact on the formation. Currently, the front three are Vinicius on the left, Mbappe as a false nine or centre, and Rodrigo on the right. Rodrigo is key because he's two-footed, defends well, and brings balance. If he leaves, Alonso could opt for option 1, integrate Endrick or Mastantuono. Mastantuono, the 18-year-old Argentine who's arriving imminently, is a creative attacking midfielder with goals, perfect for a 4-2-3-1. Imagine Vinicius left, Mbappe centre, Arda Güler or Brahim right, and Mastantuono as the attacking midfielder. This would bring more creativity to the midfield, something Alonso insists on finding, as Bernabeu Digital says. Option 2, switch to a more defensive 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. With Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and Valverde in midfield, and fullbacks like Mendy and Carvajal pushing up, the attack would be left to Vinicius and Mbappe as pure strikers. Here, Rodrigo's departure would free up funds to sign a centre-back or a defensive midfielder, strengthening the base. Tactically, Rodrygo brings versatility. He can be a pure winger, a second striker, or even an attacking midfielder. His departure would mean less rotation in attack, but more opportunities for young players. Think about the high press. Rodrigo is tireless, so Alonso would have to adjust the intensity. Positively, 100 million euros could be used for a midfielder like the one Alonso is looking for, maybe a creative profile like Paz if he returns, or an external signing. In defense, not much changes, but the balance does. With Rodrigo, Madrid is lethal on counter-attacks. Without him, it could become more positional, in the Guardiola style that Alonso admires so much. Risks, overload on Vinicius and Mbappe, injuries, benefits, space for emerging stars and money to strengthen the midfield where Ceballos could leave. In short, it would be a younger and more tactical Madrid, but less explosive on the wings. Is it worth it? For me, if we bring in Mastantuono and a top midfielder, yes. But Rodrigo is ours, damn it. My opinion as a Madridista, Rodrigo is an idol, but Madrid always reinvents itself. If he goes to City, I wish him luck, but don't score against us in the Champions League, okay? This smells like business. We sell high and reinvest. Other news from the live show. Raspadori to Atletico for 26 million euros, which strengthens a rival. Morata to Como, what a step down. And the RFF changing the women's national team coach. At Madrid, watch out for Donnarumma as a possible signing for United, but we're fine with Lunin. Anyway, Madridistas, Rodrigo's future looks uncertain, but Madrid is eternal. If he leaves, Alonso will use it to tactically evolve towards a more balanced team. What do you all think? Is he staying or leaving? Leave it in the comments, share the video, and hit the bell to not miss anything. More tomorrow on El Madridazo. Hala Madrid and nothing else. See you.